apparently. So.
Under the club.
Don't know which one to look at.
This way, boys. This way.
How long do we stay here?
That's it.
Okay, lads.
Right.
Yeah.
Give you that? Yeah.
Great.
You want to?
You and me, aren't you?
Deal. Yeah. Good match for me. Sit
Are
there.
you there, Brian?
Yeah.
Have you got something to say?
No.
Have you not? Right.
What would you have? Go ahead, Vinny. Yep.
Theo, first of all, why Everton and why now?
Everton, after speaking to the gaffer and particularly Wayne as well, I felt like the club was, on the up. I felt that with the manager, seems to get the best out of the players, especially when first coming in, and just the plans for the future of the club. And I felt like I want to be part of that. Fantastic history, and I want to make that history present. And I want this club to push on and, try and reach the levels that I feel like it can with the players, particularly that are coming in. You can get a sense that it's a club that's financially can attract big players. And for me, that was the main attraction, and getting a chance to, obviously had a brief spell with the manager with England, and I just felt like I wanted more of that, and I wanted to be part of his plans and part of something, and this felt right, and I'm so pleased. I'm really pleased.
How did that conversation go with Wayne then? What did he say to you? How did he persuade you?
He said all the golf courses are great, so you should come up and.
A bit colder though.
Yeah. No. Well, I played a lot of football with Wayne. No, he's not great at golf. He say he will, but he's not. And I just wanted to get a structure of how the club worked, and what the players are like, and because obviously when you're used to something for so long, it's a big decision to change things, but I felt it was right for me to do that, and I just got a sense from Wayne that he was hungry, and the club was eager to push on, and that's why he wanted to join. Like, I'm sure he would have had other decisions to make, but he felt like this was the right place, and I totally agree with him. And I was it was a long process, but we're in the end now. Yeah.
You say long process. Was it right that you were stood in the canteen in training gear watching training on Wednesday?
Yeah, that was right. I wanted to be part of it all. I couldn't as yet. Things weren't properly signed off as yet, but I got to see how it all worked from there. And I just wanted to go out there and train. My first training session was on Monday with Arsenal. It was the last one. And I trained yesterday on my own, and today will be the first time I train with the team. And but I know quite a few of the players there. I'll settle in really fine. Yeah.
In terms of the personal motivations in coming here as well, at times you feel that you don't necessarily get the credit you deserve. You look at last season, for instance, 19 goals, 29 starts.
Yeah, I think I'll be judged on goals, and I was very pleased, obviously, last season with my goals that I scored, considering the minutes played as well. And that's what I want to bring into this team. I want to bring the goals and assists and that threat, and even that unselfish play when you can drag other players away, attract other players. But I was very pleased with that goal tally. Obviously, just being behind Harry. Obviously, he's on a new level completely, and obviously Dele as well. So being the third player there, I was, like I say, I can't ask for more. But I want to push on, and still quite a long season ahead. I want to be part of pushing Everton at that table, because it's all about points in the end, and anything I can contribute to the end of the season, I'm going to be pleased to, definitely.
Sam, I suppose that threat that Theo speaks about there is a big factor in your decision to bring him here as well, isn't it?
There's no doubt about that at all. I think that wanted a fresh start. I think that when you got a player that has been at one club for a long period of time and decides that he wants to move on and forge his way into a new career, and you know him over many years, and you look at his record and say to yourself, if that's an opportunity for you to move forward, then it would be very nice if he would consider joining Everton Football Club, and that's always been very positive from when we first started negotiations. So I think that for us, if he repeats what he did even this year with his short appearances, he's got goals, and last year's appearances is exceptionally good from a player from a wide position. May occasionally have played up front, but for us, that's a very important ingredient where we are short in terms of creating and scoring goals at the moment, and it adds great firepower, hopefully, to our squad.
And a relatively good price in this transfer window, would you say?
Time will tell, yeah. with every signing, I think that every signing, you know, you have the key performance indicators, which are very good. The experience of the Premier League, he's seen it all. You know, at this league, unlike Cenk, who's only just getting here, which may be more difficult for him. So there's a settling in period for everybody, whether you move in this country, you know, whether you move from abroad, and hopefully settles very quickly and enjoys his time here. And we're here to support him. All the staff are here to support him to achieve as much as he possibly can while he's with us.
More to come in this window? Bernat, you're being linked
no,
with
I don't
it,
think
right?
so. I think that we would be more in the terms of where we are at the moment, moving players on. I think that the squad is too big. There's 33 players here at the moment, and I think that from my point of view that means that reducing that squad, or those squad numbers, is important for me and the football club and the players that may leave. We don't know which or who they are, because you're waiting for other clubs to come and show an interest, but certainly I think moving a few players on now is the order for us. Keeping players fit, then keep Seamus Coleman's close to coming back. He's back in training. I think that's another bonus for us. And Michael Keane's back, so you know, the squad is getting stronger, hopefully, and getting bigger. And certainly we need to turn our results round starting Saturday. And be interesting to see the reaction from the players after the poor 44 minutes they played in the second half at Tottenham.
And in terms of moving players on, we're hearing that Aaron Lennon's been linked with the likes of Newcastle and Burnley. Has there been anything in that?
I don't know. I think that I'll probably find out at some stage or other, but obviously that lies in the hands of the chairman and Steve, director of football, and they handle all that side of it, all those negotiations if and when they go on.
And Theo, to start on Saturday?
Well, you wait and see, won't you?
Theo, are you ready to start on Saturday?
Do you know what? The first thing I want to do is get to know my teammates today, train for the first time, because I've not, been on the pitch with them as yet, and I'm excited to do that. I can't thank, obviously, enough the support I've had here. It's been so good. Everyone's been so good to me straight away and so nice. And even all the messages I've had from the Arsenal fans, and particularly, obviously being there for 12 years, it was it was massive for me. It was quite emotional, and the reception I've had from Everton fans, and I'm obviously really looking forward to going to Goodison Park. It's got a lot of history. It's a great football club. It's like I say, that's why I want to be part of it. But first priority is first training session today for me.
Just on Arsenal though, I just wonder what kind of a state do you feel that you've left the club in?
Well, when I found that I was coming here, had to go there at night just to pick up all my stuff in all bin bags. So it was like. It was quite honestly so surreal.
That's loyalty for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've had a few of those.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah.
No, but I've I'm sure.
Sneak in and sneak out.
I'm sure. After talking to the gaffer, I'm sure I'll get some time to go down. I've had so many messages to try and catch up with people, and it's been very overwhelming. But slowly but surely getting through those messages. But I will at some point go back there and do my proper goodbyes, because I feel like that'll be the right way to do it. But we do play him very soon as well, which I'm looking forward to.
What kind of reception will you expect there then?
I've always had so much time for the fans, and they've been great to me from start to finish through all the ups and downs, and I can't obviously, like I say, thank them enough. And I'm sure, like I say, it's part of my family, Arsenal. So now I'm here, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
How do you feel about Arsene Wenger now? Obviously, had a lot of nice things to say about it yesterday, but is that kind of, I don't know, the frustration of not getting as much game time as you wanted, does that kind of affect the relationship between the two?
No, look, I've always had so much respect for the manager. There's always, with any player, if you're not playing, you're going to be upset, but you need to try and dig deep and try and push to get into that position. For whatever reason, it didn't happen this year. That's why I've moved on. But I want to just work hard for this team. Simple as that. I've got so much respect, and I've known him since I was 16. And to bring in a young player in and have belief in him, Like I say, I can't thank him enough for that. But now, obviously, I've got a new challenge. New manager I want to impress and get the ball rolling. Definitely.
And have you left behind a club that's in difficulties?
How many more questions do you want?
With the, you know what I'm like, Sam. Every
so
week,
I've got to
isn't
go
it?
for training at 11 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Just with the Sanchez situation, I wonder what you make of that.
Obviously, I'm not being there at the moment in time. I'm not really gonna. It'll be unfair to me to comment on anything, not knowing what's going on. So yeah, I'm sure Arsenal will get it all resolved. Like I say, I'm an Everton player now, so my main focus is today training and preparing properly for the first game, which, funny enough, could be against Kieran Gibbs. So yeah.
I've got to throw in World Cup as a motivating factor as well.
Again, it's one thing that's not on my concerns at the moment in time. I feel like if I perform well for Everton, which is my main target, that's what I want this club to push on. I want them to win points. I want them to improve, and hopefully I can contribute that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, like I say, I want to be, I want to be here first. That's my main target. I don't like to look too far ahead. I won't achieve anything if I do that.
The weekend marks the Gaffer's 1000th game of his managerial career.
Yeah, it's a great achievement, obviously, and to be part of hopefully a winning team for that is something special personally for the manager, and I'm sure you can celebrate. But like I said, it's going to be a tough job. We need to work hard, but I think the support and the passion that around the club, it just needs to get into all the players, and hopefully with likes of myself and Jane coming in, we can it's going to be great receptions, and that could hopefully just give that extra boost that we need.
Sam, what does that milestone mean to you?
Well, obviously, I wasn't thinking how I'm going to get there, like you mean. So, I actually thought I was already there when I left Crystal Palace, because if you counted Limerick, I was well past 1,000 games. But unfortunately, those Limerick games were not added because it wasn't a full-time professional football club. So, having to come back and now got the nod last week that this was going to be a 1,000 game, I'm absolutely delighted that I've hit that milestone. Of course, with and mainly all in the Premier League. The ambition to play at the top level when you're a footballer, which I managed to do, but then to manage at the top level in the Premier League and experience so many different clubs with so many different cultures has been a great journey for me. And like I've said many times, I've never worked since I've left school, so this is just another continuation of what's been for me. A lovely way to spend my time and work in this industry. So I look forward to the lads making sure we win tomorrow, and I can celebrate it that little bit more if we get those 3 points.
What's your advice to those starting out in management now?
Those starting out in management, survival. It's the first thing on your mind, and survival is about understanding what's needed at that football club with the players you have at your disposal. You may have many theories and many thoughts about how you might want to play, about how you may want to consider your football, but the biggest asset you can have is judging whether those players can play that way, and if they can't quite play the way that you want, adjust so they play to their strengths to get results, because results are what keep you in a job, and then results gives you the experience. Results get you in the limelight, and results allow you to move up the league and get a bigger and bigger job.
Has it changed you?
Yeah, I'm not the same person I was when I first started. I've done many things over the years to modify and adjust as a manager to stay ahead of the game. It's always been one of my main priorities, and what the next level is and where is it coming from, and we want to not follow anybody else. We want to be at the forefront of what it is, and I think that everybody's in that field now more than ever before. So it's always very interesting what new ideas come along, and implementing those ideas into your club, and will they help? And that is not. For me, it's always been outside of football. A lot of the stuff I've implemented in the game has come outside of. It's in the world of sport, but come outside of football. So I think we can all go around football clubs and see what they do and do this, and we all do similar. But somewhere outside of there, in some other sport, maybe something that can take you forward.
Theo, obviously it's been a frustrating time for you you so far this season, but do you feel this is perhaps the right time at the right stage of your career? And what are your ambitions with that?
Yeah, no, it's like I said before, it was obviously a very difficult decision, but I just felt it was the right one at this moment in time. You know, obviously I have a young family as well that I need to take into account. But, you know, being still only 28, I feel fit as I ever have done. And I just want to be playing football and working hard and, you know, making this club be where I believe it can be. You know, like I say, with the development of the stadium, the plans, the players coming in, I felt like I want to be part of something that's, you know, going forward. And, you know, like I said before, getting a chance to work with the manager again, I know I had that brief spell and I've really enjoyed it and I want to be part of that. And that belief the manager had bringing me in, you know, it made my decision very easy, yeah.
Do you feel that there's pressure on you, but pressure in a good way that you might not have had so much at Arsenal recently?
I feel like every day is pressure anyway. It's just how you deal with it. I'm sort of someone, I like to be better than I was the day before. I'm sure everyone believes that in any job they do. And I feel like this place will get even more out of me, and I'm just hunger to get going again, because obviously, like you say, it's been frustrating, but it is what it is, and it's a new challenge for me, and I'm ready to go. And I just think there's no point dwelling on the past anymore. You know, it's all about looking forward, and that's why I believe this club can push on. Like the manager says, I know results the last couple haven't been great, but I believe that still the team can progress up the league, and hopefully I can contribute to help.
Sam, this is your second attacking signing of the month, obviously. That's clearly where you felt this side were lacking when you came in.
Well, it's easy to see that over the season, what you need to achieve and the amount of goals that you need to score, I think that our mathematical equations tell us that if you look over the last 5 or 6 years, if you're scoring this amount of goals, you would finish around, or can finish around, in this position. And there's obviously a lot of other factors that have to be taken into consideration, and how many goals you concede or how many clean sheets you keep. But I think that in the main we would fall behind goals scored to finish in 9th or 8th. So we then have to improve our clean sheet record massively to then achieve that position, like you mean. So adding goal power and creativity is obviously very important. Not forgetting that we all have to defend when we lose the ball as well as create when we've got it. So that's not a happy balance for us at the moment. You know, having expanded a little bit on our creative opportunities, which were obviously difficult to come by, but we were still getting results. Having tried to create that, we've slumped on the defensive side and started losing matches again. So I've still got to try and strike that balance up starting on Saturday, hopefully.
And speaking of Saturday, they've not won back-to-back Premier League games since August. What are you expecting?
I expect a very, very tough match. I think that West Brom have been performing far greater than the results suggested. Even when we went down there to play them just a few weeks ago, it was a really tough match for us. One we had to dig out with a 0-0, and excuse me, one we had to dig out 0-0, and we had a little bit of luck, to be honest with you. So I think I'm expecting a really tough football match, and like every game at this level, and particularly this time of the season, once we've got through the Christmas period and coming out the other end, it gets even more and more difficult mentally for the players as well as physically. And those who are the strongest mentally and physically will come through in the end. So hopefully we've got built up our resilience, and we're more determined and dogged to push on through to the end of the season now.
Yeah, you've spoken about how difficult a decision it was to leave Arsenal. I'm just wondering, when did the realisation dawn on you that you probably had to leave?
You know, a sense from this season when you look at the minutes that I've played, considering obviously the season before scoring, 19 goals, it was I felt I wasn't part of it, and it was just getting the timing right and when I could go. Like I say, I had a young family I had to think about as well, but as a personal football career and decision, I felt it was time now. And yeah, that's what it was really, and it happened so quickly as well. Like I say, the way it all sort of developed, and not really being able to say my bye-byes yet. But I'm pleased it's all dealt with, and I can just get to know the teammates and get going really. Yeah.
Okay, Benny, just last one here.
Just worth saying as well, Sam, but before the game, obviously, I'm Theo.
Cyril. Yeah, I was mentioned in my programme notes, of course, and I think that you know, I played against Cyril many times in my era, of course, but for me it was such a shock because I'd seen him with his wife at West Brom just a few weeks ago, and he looked so well, you know, and obviously it was a great shock that I heard that he died, and died so suddenly. So obviously my sympathies go to his wife and all the family and all the relatives.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you.
All the best.
Cool.